What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. Today I'm going to give you guys just a quick little update. Maybe some of you guys already know, maybe not, but I figured I'd give you guys a little update on what's going on with PSA. They had a lot of movement, a lot of stuff going on last few days. So just coming back from the 4th of July weekend. Hopefully everybody had a good time. Hopefully you still got all your fingers, 10 fingers, 10 toes. Very quickly, before we jump into the PSA update, just a quick word from our sponsors over at CardHedge, and then we'll be right back. If you're not familiar with CardHedge, it's an online pricing analysis and collection management tool. You guys see me use it all the time on the channel. I use it to check the value and market trends of different cards that I have. You can check the value of raw cards or graded cards from all the top grading companies. They have all that information pulled there on the site. Online pricing analysis tool is constantly being updated with up-to-date pricing in real time. CardHedge also has a massive catalog of cards that they have on the platform, and it's growing by the thousands every single day. My favorite thing of all is the comparator that they have, which allows you to compare different prices of the same exact card, but in different grading from different grading companies. So that's really handy whenever you're trying to decide where to send your cards off to get graded. They follow all the prices for all the top sports cards, as well as NFTs and Top Shots, if you're into that. And some more other things that they got currently in development. They're offering a 7-day trial to give you the opportunity to take it for a test drive. Click on the link below if you want to visit the website and get more details. All right, so a lot of movement recently in PSA. I'll jump over here real quick. Value service is now completely open. So before there was some restrictions, but it's still restricted to Collector Club members only. $30 a card, no more than a $499 value. So if you're sending something that's over that declared value, graded. That's the important part. So if you have a card that's $200 raw, but you got a PSA 10 on it and it's now worth $1,000, it does not fall within this value service. You will get upcharged. They will send you a bill for the difference in accordance to where the value of your card stands after it's graded. So that's very important to keep in mind. Previously, they had a year restriction, so nothing older than 1996, I believe it was. There's no more year restrictions, and they had a card minimum. The amount of cards, I think it was like 20 cards, or I think it was 20 cards that you could send in. That's no longer applicable. You can send in as many or as little as you like. And they have a 120-day turnaround, which is 4 months. So 4-month turnaround time. And all for the low price of $30 a card. Some people have really believed that this is PSA opening back up, and I don't think so. When my entire journey started with producing content about PSA on a weekly basis, I was doing how many cards they were grading. I was trying to kind of back up into a date on which I thought that they were going to be caught up based on the little bits of information that I can pull on what their backlog was, which is, we still don't really have a full idea of what their backlog is, but it was originally talked about here recently when they opened back up that any cards that they would receive underneath this new value time frame would be put at the back of the line and would not interfere with them getting past the remainder of their backlog. So this was maybe sometime last, I'd say around May, where they originally opened up value for club members with a bunch of restrictions. Now they're pulling back those restrictions, and they're still saying it's about a 4-month turnaround. And that little asterisk that they put down at the bottom right here, this little asterisk, that if you look at that asterisk, it's always in the fine print, people. Estimated turnaround times are estimated only and not guaranteed. So I think they're kind of anticipating the same type of thing. I was recently watching Chris Sewell, baseball card collector, investor, dealer. in that order. Great content, by the way. If you guys, I'll tag him down below if you guys want to take a look at his stuff. I thoroughly enjoy all his videos. But he recently did a return from SGC, where he had sent off, I think it was like 38 or 39 cards, that he, in the video, said at the time, the choice was between a $100 PSA a card submission or $30 PSA a card submission with SGC, and the financials just kind of worked in the favor of SGC. He said now currently with what currently PSA is offering, he really felt like a lot of those cards that he had originally sent to SGC would have most likely gotten sent to PSA, just strictly based off resale value. But one of the things that he also did mention in his video was that his ability to predict grades based on his experience and his wealth of knowledge of card conditions. I mean, we're talking about Chris Sewell here, probably one of the most informed and been in the game for a long time, really understands condition. He said it was kind of hard to predict what his grades were going to be with PSA, and it was one of the reasons why he loved SGC so much and continued to grow in his appreciation for their service. And that's one of the things that I've always said is that I feel like if I send a card to SGC, the likelihood that I'm going to get an accurate and consistent grade is much higher than that of PSAs. And even some cards that are PSA 10 undeniables that you would think for a fact are going to grade beautifully have many times come back really low grade, 6s, 7s, 8s, that kind of thing, and just completely derailed any chances of profit that you would have had in that card. So that's the kind of things that we're going to have to weigh in on, right? As we kind of get to this level of cost, PSA going down versus resale value, and just really seeing what's going to work best for those of you who are sending cards into grade. I personally am sticking to SGC no matter what. I just really don't like what PSA did, what PSA's done. However, there's still some things that I would send to PSA, in terms of authentication, grading, and things like that. I feel like their core competency is very high there. So, again, PSA is now fully open. What does that mean for some people? That means that in all actuality, it's just back to $30 a card. And that's still relatively high considering that, value at one point got as low as $9 a card. So we're now triple that. But it's still doing, it's still now something that you really have to think about. If you are an investor, a dealer, looking to really add value to a card for resale purposes, then yeah, PSA is definitely going to be where you're going to be at, especially now at $30 a card. I do anticipate SGC losing a good amount of work. I wouldn't imagine that it's anything detrimental to their business. But just because I really think they gained some steam while PSA was sorting out their issues, or still continues to sort out their issues. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I think one of the big also things before I sign off, 248,000 cards that PSA graded over the past week. I mean, 250,000 cards a week. I think we've done the math. Less than a minute. 30 seconds, 40 seconds. I mean, you're talking about not very much time to really look at it objectively and really grade a card. So they're definitely cranking out a lot of cards. The machine is definitely well oiled at this point. The question is quality, right? I mean, that's what I've always said. Volume is great, but quality is better. It means absolutely nothing to be cranking out 250,000 cards a week, when a vast percentage of them aren't graded accurately. So we'll see. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I mean, that's a big number. 250,000 cards. They've been doing consistently between about 200,000 and 215 on average, 1,000 cards a week. That's massive. Do you think SGC should lower their prices? I don't think so. I'll do a video on that, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you sending more stuff into PSA now that the $30 service? Have you been completely turned away by PSA and the wait times? I know there's still people out there still waiting for their cards. My buddy Peter's still waiting on his cards. Almost 2 years now. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. As always, I love you guys. Appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.